Good morning, guys. Let us look at this. Okay, so I've been meaning to talk about this. What do you do after you've actually finished your thesis? And this is where editing comes in, right? Editing. You can see that my sample here that I'm working on has chapter 1, introduction, background, and you can see a small arrow at the left hand side, right? So that is all part of editing. The first thing you should be able to notice or should be able to know is your institutional guidelines about formatting. What font size to use, what font type to use, and perhaps maybe they even have recommendations or specifications for the color. So you can select any text at all. For example, some institutions want your text to be left aligned instead of justified. So this is justified here. So some institutions want it to be left aligned. So you come here and left align your text. This varies for institutions or organizations. So make sure you know the formatting rules of your organization or school. And then what is the format? Usually it is Times New Roman for font or even size 12. So if your school wants Arial, you have to come here and change everything here to Arial. But if it is Times New Roman, you come down here to select Times New Roman and make sure it is 12, not 13, not 14, not 16, but 12. This is usually the standard one. And don't go around selecting everything and then applying one font size, because sometimes certain sections deserve other formatting rules that will not apply to every specific section in your document. So make sure you go through everything. And you can see that when it comes to heading, we usually use certain heading specifications. For example, the chapter 1 here, the chapter 1 stated here is heading 1. So you can see that in the styles section here on the toolbar, when you scroll down, you can see you have heading 1. So that means this is very much in line with what this school is asking for. So I've selected heading 1. And this is also heading 1. But look at this one, the background section. You can see that it has gone to heading 2, which means this heading here is under this general heading, chapter 1. And if we get anything lower or beneath this background, for example, let's say let's do something like 1.1.1. So this means this is a subset of this general background. So this is not going to be heading 2. We are going to apply heading 3 as well. Then you can also bolden it. Once you are done with any heading, you should see this small arrow here indicating that it is a heading style that has been applied. So in Thesis, you start from heading 1 for the major chapter headings. So chapter 1 should be heading 1, chapter 2 heading 1, chapter 3 should be heading 1. But anything or any subsection beneath this thing should be heading 2, and any subsection under any subsection should be heading 3, and so forth. So you can go from heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 to heading 4. But most of the time, I think we usually end at heading 3 because there's always a standard format for this thesis and nothing, I don't know, perhaps yours might go to heading 4. But make sure they are uniform. And you see that after applying this heading here, there is a space issue here, right? So if we are, what spacing are we using? You should also know your school spacing recommendation. For example, you come down here, you might even select double spacing. Maybe your line spacing is supposed to be 1.5 lines, but usually it is double spacing. So let's select double spacing here. And also you come down to the before and after spacing section. Usually it should be 6 points and 6 points before and after. So make sure you select this one too carefully. Then you can apply appropriately. So you can see that now it is in line. We have the subsection, which is the heading here. Then we have the correct spacing assigned to it. And again, don't select everything and apply the spacing or this formatting to it. Make sure it is in line with each section, because some sections decide which spacing you need to give them, or some organizations also give certain rules for certain sections. And then we could even move down to this is also the referencing. So this is a broad referencing technique. This one is just something that has been pasted into this place by the reference manager that is being used here. You can still go further in the referencing area by selecting everything. So let's try that and see. So once you are done here, you selected everything under the references. Then let's try formatting it. This is 12. And let's say times New Roman. Then let's go to the spacing techniques. For references, it differs, but usually you should leave them hanging. So you come here and click hanging. Then you see the 0.5 specification here. That is it. So you leave them hanging. Then you click OK. Very nice. So usually you see most references in printed documents like this. So this is how you format your references as well. And again, it differs for each institution or organization. So make sure you know what you are expected to do. This is just some basic overview of what formatting you should do in your thesis and what is expected of you. And ensure that you are consistent throughout. Always ensure consistency. Let me know if you need any more tips in this formatting section, and I will see how well I can put it forward to you.